Konnichiwa, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z fighting game retrospective. Today, folks, I'm going to be talking about an awesome GBA fighter. Today, my Saiyans, humans, Namekians, Majins, and especially you Arcosians out there, I'm here with Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors for the Game Boy Advance. But let's skip the formalities and let's just get right into it. To start off, the game was released in June of 2004 in Japan. One noticeable difference with the Japanese version and the American version,
aside from the box art thing again,
is the menu music. In the USA version, it plays an original tune. That's kinda catchy. But the Japanese version, however... Hells yeah! The game was developed by Arc System, which as many people should know developed the BlazBlue series, the Guilty Gear series, and Persona 4 Arena. I never actually played a Persona game, by the way. Yeah, come at me, internet. Anyway, this game had high hopes due to the job Taiketsu did in introducing DBZ fighting games to the GBA on a whole. I can thankfully say that it meets all expectations for a Dragon Ball Z fighting game on the Game Boy Advance. This game kicks all kinds of ass. Why, you may ask? Well, where do I begin? How about we start with the actual gameplay? The gameplay similarly to DBZ The Legend on the PS1, as you move your fighters around a three-dimensional arena while still technically fighting on a 2D plane. You have light and strong attacks, an energy charge button that when pressed with an attack button can result in ki blast, or with both attack buttons pressed can cause super attacks to occur. The game plays so smoothly on the GBA, and the controls feel tight and responsive. The game makes you truly feel like you're using a Dragon Ball Z character. You know, what it's supposed to friggin' do. If you guys thought I was done gushing over this game, then you are sorely mistaken, as there's plenty more that I can gush about. Like the visuals and the soundtrack. Oh my god, the sprite work in this game, coming from a sprite artist by the way, is top notch. This game is without a doubt one of the best looking Dragon Ball Z games on the Game Boy Advance. Not the best looking, but I'll get to that at a later date. The sprites are very colorful and detailed, making them easy to see and keep track of. The game has Smash Brothers syndrome, as the view zooms out the farther away the fighters are from each other. Even with this, your fighter is still very visible and easy to see. While the characters all have the same playstyle, they each have unique attack animations that are quite fitting to all their characteristics. Like when you see Future Trunks using his sword, or when you see Adult Gohan flick his friggin' wrist in front of his opponent's face, staggering them in the process. Badass! The effects in this game are also really well done, and fit every character. However, I still have some issues with... Oh, for the love of God, how many times do we have to go through this? Kamehameha is not yellow, it is blue! Blue! Anyway, the game's soundtrack is also badass. While it doesn't feature the score from the original show like the Legacy of Goku series, or hell, even Taiketsu, sort of, the original tracks in this game are badass in their own right, and are super friggin' catchy. I say you give it a listen when you get the chance. This game has a unique way of telling the Dragon Ball Z story, and by unique, I mean it's abridged. A lot. You can play the main DBZ sagas, as in the Frieza saga, the Cell saga, and the Buu saga, or you also have the option of playing a character's what-if scenario. Some of the outcomes of these what-if scenarios are actually pretty friggin' crazy. Like Krillin being the one to defeat Majin Buu after learning the Kaioken and Spirit Bomb from a dead Goku. So what do you guys think of Dragon Ball Super? And now you may be wondering, how is it that you actually unlock all this stuff, seeing as for those of you who've actually played the game know that you don't actually have all this stuff unlocked at the get-go. Well, you have to buy it all from a shop. You see, you get points from winning battles and challenges and other stuff like that, and then you can then spend those points at the shop for either other character variations, or levels as they call them, or other story options like unlocking Goku's what-if scenario or Vegeta's, and vice versa. There's even a museum full of cool stuff like a sound test and pictures for everyone's endings and such. Pretty cool. I'm gonna show you guys all these pictures because they all look really cool, and the pixel art done here is just fantastic. So I'm gonna go quiet for a little while, but I will be back. Guys, I don't think there's any more I need to talk about when it comes to this game. It's fantastic. I love it to death, and if you haven't played it yet and you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, then what the hell are you watching this video for? Go play it! The game, while I'm not exactly sure how successful it was back in 2004, it was successful enough to warrant a sequel on a Nintendo DS, but that's not what I'm going to be covering next. The next title I look at is actually very near and dear to me as a Dragon Ball fan. Next time, guys, I'm actually going to look at a beat-em-up game. Yeah, I know, it's not a fighting game, and this is a fighting game retrospective, but trust me, I have my reasons for going to this game next. It's not just because I love it. Next time on the Dragon Ball Z Fighting Game Retrospective, I'm going to look at Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure for the Game Boy Advance.
It's not a fighting game.
I just said that!